went way, way, way back in the dented mists of time. All around Britain there were these young white boy rhythm and blues bands. Down in the Surrey Delta, in the station hotel at the Crawdaddy, there were these young whippersnappers, the Rolling Stones. And up in Newcastle, at the Club A Go-Go, there was this rhythm and blues band, The Animals. And over the sea in Ireland, in Belfast, at the Maritime Club, there was this rhythm and blues band. They didn't really have a name. They weren't called something. They were just called Them. Them guys, they got a record contract. Their first record was the cover of the big Joe Williams song, Baby Please Don't Go. It was a big hit record. They got on TV. They got their clothes ripped off by eager women. Girls wrote on their cars in lipstick. They were rock stars now. And all around about this time, these bands, these white boy bands were playing songs by the greats. People like Howlin' Wolf and Muddy Waters, Jimmy Reed, Bo Diddley, Chuck Berry, Little Walter, Sonny Boy Williamson. And this guy with them, he could sing like Ray Charles. He could sing like Solomon Burke. The singer with them, Van Morrison. The B-side of their first record, it was written by this Van Morrison guy. And it went like this: G L O R I A. 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 These them guys, they were kind of like a punk rhythm and blues band. Their first album was called The Angry Young Them, and they didn't much like each other, so they broke up. Suddenly Van Morrison wasn't a pop star anymore, but still, he came over to Ireland. I lent him £10. He put that toward me and sent to New York. There he met a window in the music business.
We're alright for now.
I'll finish with these.
Yeah.
I'm still picking in this.
And Van Morrison signed to Bang Records. He put put out a record, a single. Now it was whispered in the music business halls of fame that the name of the song originally was Black Skin Girl. But they changed the title so the honkies would buy it. And the honkies bought it. Van fucking Morrison, Brown Eyed Girl. Joe King Carrasco, Danny B. Harvey, fucking hell. We don't believe in a segregation between us lot here on the stage and you lot there. Dining and sitting and laughing and looking and smiling and being here on St. Patrick's Day in the wounded year of our Lord 2015. I would like to wish you today the best of everything and tomorrow even more of it. G L O R I Thing is, Bert Burns, about whom we spoke earlier, was very talented musically. He co-wrote Twist and Shout, for example. But business-wise, allegedly, he was very dodgy, so he didn't pay Van. Van Morrison was broke again. Would it be third time lucky for our St. Patrick's Day hero here at Opal Divines in Austin? Well, I'll tell you. Van Morrison was signed to Warner Brothers Records, and they put him in the studio with some jazz musicians. These weren't rock and roll musicians, these weren't rhythm and blues musicians, these were jazz musicians. And round about the same time, up in Woodstock, Van Morrison met this girl, amazing girl, Janet Planet, Janet Planet, Janet Planet. So Van Morrison goes into the studio with these jazz guys, and the angels come down from heaven and they French kiss him, and the sound of poetry happens. And the sound of feedback happens. And the sound of lost happens. And the sound of love happens. And the sound of sex happens. And Van Morrison from Belfast makes one of the greatest LPs ever, Van Morrison, Astral Weeks. He's written this song. Thank you for being here, you guys. The day's only beginning. I trust you have a fantastic one. A little bit of misbehaviour is not frowned on, as far as I'm concerned. Good, bad, but not evil. What colour are his eyes? I don't know, he's always wearing shades. How does he dance? Close. Very, very close. One more time for the exemplary Danny B. Harvey, please, ladies and gentlemen. On guitar on the right, the pride of Texas, Joe King Carrasco. The only young lady I know who can talk about her uncle and call him the killer. That's the secret between you guys and me.
Another one, that 512 quarter.
Just him, I'm scanning you.
Alright everybody, and lead the band right here is B.P. Fallon from Dublin, Ireland. B.P., you want a real Irishman hit, this is the guy right here.
Thank you!
Known as the fifth member of U2.
Okay, this is our last chance to be united in one way or another. Come on, it's easy. G, L, O, R, I, A, G, L, O, R, I, A. G, L, O, R, I, A. G, L, O, R, I, A. We're going to bow because we can. So pay attention. This is a really good bow. Watch. 1, 2, 3. Woo! God bless you. Thank you.